So good morning, everyone. I'm glad to see you. So we have got already a couple of students here, and we will have only about 30 minutes to check in how much you have gathered uh, knowledge or something. So I'd like to invite Joy Michael. Are you there?
Yes.
Yeah. Can you share a little bit about your experience of learning today?
We can, from the video, we can know about background of somebody, especially Mr. Marcus, from time to time, and what can I say, transformation to be better.
Okay. So, how do you find the readings and audio for video for today? Do you find it useful?
Yes, very useful.
Okay. Thank you, Mas Joy.
Inspired me, sir.
Yeah, good. So,
Yes.
are you in Jakarta right now?
Yes, I'm still in South Jakarta.
Oh, South Jakarta. Wow, well, there must be some issue with flood, right?
Yep, tapi but not in my area.
Oh, yeah. Because I learned that North Jakarta is free from flood, which is weird. And the South Jakarta happens to be diluted by water.
Yeah.
That's unpredictable anyway. Thank you, Mas Joy.
You're
I
welcome, sir.
appreciate your contribution for the feedback. Okay, so I would like to invite Suciati, Mbak Holly. Hai Mbak Suciati or Mbak Holly. Are you there? So I'll come back to her later because there might be some issue with the connection or something. I'm going to hear Mas Rafael Franz. Hi, Mas Rafael, are you there? Please let me know if things go wrong. Yeah, you seem to have some trouble with the connection anyway. Mbak Verena Vidya, is it possible for you to turn your video on so that I have the access?
Yes, sir.
Okay, yeah, nice. I want to hear your response of today's class anyway.
For me, from the PDF file, we can learn something about other people's story and we can get the inspiration from it.
Yeah, you can get a lot of inspirations from the narrative, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What else? What can you share? Can you be more specific? What kinds of inspirations?
From the PDF file, from the text, you can learn about how other people can be can can help the hard situation when they got hard situation. They can go through it well.
Okay. So solve the problems, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Mbak Verena. I appreciate your contribution. Mbak Rona Lambayong, are you there? Can you just open the camera and share your perspectives? Halo, Mbak Rona.
Hello, sir. I'm sorry I cannot turn my camera because I have allergies and my face is not
Okay,
in a
so
good.
well, that's okay. But can you tell me a little bit about your experience of today's learning?
Well, I read your story last night, and it's. I think it's very nice to to learn about your experience, sir, because like uh, in my opinion, it's like changing perspective and personality, that you learn something and you want to change your habit on your students, like that. And it's very thoughtful when you said that you want to call your students, because it's like, I think that I'm honored if you want to call me, because you show that you care for your students, like that.
Okay, nice. So, well, yeah, you bring up a very powerful idea of education, and education is a matter of uh, allowing anyone to grow, okay, and making personal connections is certainly of great value. That's from the anthropological perspective. Thank you, Mbak Rona. Well,
Welcome, sir.
you're welcome. So let's go to Marcelinus Aditya. Hello, Mas Marcelinus Aditya. Are you there? Well, probably there is an issue with the connection. Anyway, let's, well, if you have some a better connection, you can just raise your hand and I will give you the opportunity to share your perspective. Okay, thank you. And Mas Bram, are you there, Mas Bram?
Yes, sir.
Can you open your video so that I can see you? Okay, great. Well, nice to see you, Mas Bram. Are you home?
Yes, I'm home, sir.
Are you doing good? Well, it seems to me that you haven't taken a shower.
I haven't.
Well, anyway, it doesn't matter. What is needed is your brain. It's not your. It's whether you take a shower or not. So, can you tell me a bit about your experience with regards to today's learning?
Okay. Well, I read about lentur dan ngotot itu, sir. Yeah.
Go on.
I am inspired by that article. That I'm not inspired for being fail, and I am inspired. I'm inspired to be brave to face the fail.
Yeah, to face the failure.
Yes, to face the failure.
So, what makes you inspired with the idea and also the stories? Do you have something personal that you're willing to share with us?
Nothing, sir. I'm just inspired by those things.
Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, next week, right? You are expected to tell your own story.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes,
it's going to be in a written form, and I have posted in your LMS what you expected to do. It's going to be, well, your narrative, and I hope you can share a little bit about you.
Yes, sir. I will.
Yeah, okay, Mas Bram, I'm so happy
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Yeah, but Suchi is here right now. I asked you earlier about your response.
Oh, I think I was in the bathroom earlier. Yeah.
Doesn't matter. So my question is, what is your response or your impression with regard to the learning in this week with me?
I see. I think it's quite interesting to learn about others' history and others' life perspective, I suppose. Uh, for example, it's yours, so I get to know you better. I get to know your history better, so that I can learn from you, and as well as the other person in the story. So yeah, I have some quite interesting story about my past. I have a lot of failure when I was graduate from high school. Uh, I didn't get the chance to enroll high school immediately, so I have to wait for about 5 years so that I can finally get here. So yeah, that's quite a history for me.
Yeah, so
Also.
here's the case. We love to hear stories. We need to how to embrace the stories because humans by nature are story makers, right? And
Yeah, I agree.
yeah, so education is mostly a matter of creating stories, recreating stories, reconstructing our own, and even from our mistakes, from our failures, and we are so malleable. The concept of malleability. We are so flexible, so we can change who we are all the time, and we can narrate our new identity as well. So in this introduction to education, it should be clear that we need to appreciate the stories of our students. Okay, whoever in front of us, we need to have big ears to listen to. That's the goal. And in this class, we learn how to listen to each other. Okay, thank you. And let's move to another student. Uh, let's go to Brother Blasius Neno. Are you there, brother?
Yes, good morning, sir.
Morning.
Can you hear me?
Well, that's great. I'm listening to you, and it's clear.
I'm suspicious about my connection was very bad yesterday, and I wasn't able to connect to the internet. But thanks God, it's good now.
Today, it's a great day for you.
Yes, sir.
A simple question: how would you respond to today's learning?
Personally, I want to thank you for bring up a different kind of stories from different people, different cultures, and such a great value that we can absorb from these stories. And I was inspired by your personal story and your how you change, how you transform, being transformed by attending a class, and you get inspired. And well, it's so good, sir. And it's the things that I'm also learn when I reflect on it, that when you realize how important to embrace your student. For me, it's such a great thing, sir, because you don't know really who are your students. Everyone has. I trigger. I'm really shaking and trigger of this because I had an experience when I faced a really cruel teacher. It's not really about me, but toward my friends. He or she act like they really know the student is. But what happened? when they come to the student house or they come really to the culture, they're crying because they just know and realize that that's not what they think about their students. But thank you, sir. Such a good inspiration for us, the future teachers. Is it important to know your student? So whatever that you transform to the your how to say that, ilmu yang diberikan to your student is really grow and they really love you and maybe remember and pray for you, sir. Instead of when mention your name, they already have such a bad stereotype. So that's it, sir. Thank you very
Thank
much.
you, brother. Well, that's my you said something lovely, brother. Well, I appreciate that so much. You know, I changed a lot in my life, and I've been changed by my own son, my family, my wife, and also students like you, because I need to learn more and more how to improve myself and to be better in terms of listening to my students. That has been a transformative on the part of me. So it's in this class, it's kind of celebration of transformation. You know, we need to be adaptive all the time, and we need to be aware that we are distorted by nature. Yeah, we have a lot of weaknesses, but we will never give up. We will never surrender because of the bad things. Okay, thank you, brother. I will invite here Eviona. Eviona Adela, are you there, Eviona?
Yes, sir.
Okay, where are you right now, Eviona?
I'm in South Sulawesi.
South Sulawesi. Wow, great to hear from South Sulawesi. Well, what is your impression of this class anyway, but Eviona? Okay, so it seems to me that Fiona has some connection problems. So we'll come back to Fiona later. So to save time, I'd like to invite other students. Yeah, I apologize for failing you, for making you fail to join this time because it's beyond my uh, ability. Okay, but Fiona, you still have problems? Yeah, unfortunately, yes. So we are going to hear Raken from Temanggung. Halo Mas Raken. Oh, well, there seems to be a problem with the connection, or I don't know what happens with him. Anyway, Mbak Ciara Puspa.
Yes, sir.
Oh, great. Well, you're there. Can you open the camera for me?
I'm sorry, I can't. Is it okay, sir, if I keep?
Okay. Well, as far as you answer my question.
Okay.
You know, my question is,
Yeah, about what I've learned
right.
today in this class.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so today I've just read some inspirational stories from such inspirational people, and one of them is Mr. Mark. And but for me, the most inspirational stories is from the LMS one. It's about an engineer doctor, I guess. And from that story, I've learned that failure is actually normal. It's a normal thing. It's okay if you fail. And being more brave or braver than I am right now is also important too. And then dare to take risks.
That's right. So, do you find the video helpful? Because I eventually found a way to provide a kind of friendlier way to teach you instead of explaining in Zoom. So I'm comfortable making the pre-recorded video. How do you find it anyway?
So I've learned that we need to think or understand people from other perspectives, from their perspectives too.
Nice. So did you watch my pre-recorded lecture?
Yes, sir.
What do you think of that facilitation anyway?
Yeah, I've also learned some good things, especially to appreciate others is important too.
Okay, nice. Okay, thank you, Mbak Ciara. So we still have 7 minutes. So I'm going to hear from Mbak Margareta Plestinova. Hey, Mbak Margareta. Oh, there seems to be a problem, Mbak Margareta. So let's move on to Victoria. Hi, Victoria Emanuela.
Yes, sir.
Oh, excellent. Is it okay for you to open the camera, or is there any problem?
Yeah. Today I learned from the reading that I read before. I got motivation to study further in the future. In my opinion, this is one of smart effort to motivation student like me to do better in the future.
Right. So you enjoy the process and you learn something from the class. Okay. Thank you, Mbak. Where are you, Mbak? Where do you live anyway?
Yes, sir.
Where do you live? Where do you stay right now?
Sorong.
Sorong. Wait. Oh, yeah. I got it. Well, I sent you the little story from the one that I sent you personally, right? Can you tell me what it means to you? I remember the name as Nayuan, not Victoria Emanuela. I just realized that anyway. So, did you watch and finish the stories? Kamu menyelesaikan cerita itu enggak, Mbak? Yang saya kirim video.
Sudah sebagian saya membacanya, Pak.
Oke. Nah, gitu ya, nanti untuk catch up teman-teman di Jawa, cari yang sederhana-sederhana gitu ya, Mbak ya. The simple stories, and I believe that you will catch up with your counterparts, your friends in Java, because I know ya, kadang-kadang hidup ini banyak ditentukan oleh keadaan di luar kita ya. Ya. So, thank you. Saya nggak ngira ini Mak Victoria Emanuele Nayuan. Saya ingatnya cuma Nayuan doang, tapi depannya lupa. Thank you, Mbak Victoria. I'm glad to see you in person. Walaupun dari jauh gitu ya. Sekarang jam berapa sana ya? 10:30 ya?
Sudah jam 10:30. Ya, 10:30.
Ya, pasti sudah sarapan nih tadi. Thank you, Mbak Victoria Emanuela. I really want you to grow, okay? Ya. Mas Dimas. Can I see you?
Yes, sir.
Tadi sudah ngomong belum?
Belum.
Oke, di mana kamu, Mas?
Di Klaten, Jawa Tengah.
Oh, Klaten. Yeah. So, any response for today's class?
I have seen your videos in YouTube and your story is make me inspired because you study abroad and in the different countries and you get so many achievements and you're not only stuck in your condition but several times being transformed to be better. This makes me inspired, sir.
Good. Yeah, you will write your own stories, right, later.
Yes.
The next week you are going to write your own narrative. Ya, ada 3 opsi. Your own biography. The second one is the significant others. Yeah. And the third one is combination of 2. Check out your LMS. Okay? Mas Dimas, thank you so much. Yeah. I'm going to hear from Mas Firdaus now. Mas Firdaus, are you there?
Yes, sir. Me here.
Is it possible for you to open the camera so that I know who you are? Rambutnya.
Sir.
Where are you now, Mas Firdaus? Are you in Jogja? Are you in?
Yes, sir. I'm in Jogja.
Where are you now?
I'm in Godean.
Oh, Godean.
Yes.
Tepatnya di mana? Godeannya mana, Mas?
Persisnya di dekat pasarnya, Pak.
Pasar?
Iya.
Oke. Kamu tahu mana ya? My father was born in Godean as well. Probably we are related. Well, you're my brother, probably. My father was born, and his house was, pretty close to the center of Godean, and the center is Pasar, right? Namanya apa ya? About 2 kilometers to the south anyway. Pretty close. Yeah. So, sure. What was your response to today's learning?
I just opened my LMS as well, sir. So I haven't belajar tahu banyak about today learning.
Yeah. So make sure that you learn, right? And you are going to complete the quiz starting from now. Yeah. Study it well, and I don't want anyone to fail. Yeah. So since I told you that from 8:30 you are going to continue your task that's doing the quiz. So I will end the video right now and get back to the LMS, and you will have up to 9:15 to complete the quiz. Yeah. So for everyone, I'm so happy to check you out today. And I have the big, tiger there, Do you know the reason? Because I was born with Sio Macan. Kalau Pak Markus galak itu karena lahir di tahun macan. What is the relationship? Yeah, it doesn't have any relation at all. So, by the way, thanks a lot for today's class. And once again, get back to the quiz. And you have 3 attempts. Ya, pokoknya semuanya harus mencapai passing grade 80. Right? Thanks a lot. Have a great day. And see you next week. Bye-bye.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
sir.